Earlier today, Attorney General Dana Nessel was joined by officials from the Department of Justice and the FBI to announce federal charges against 13 members of 2 militia groups who were preparing to kidnap and possibly kill me. Thank you to the fearless FBI agents. I also want to thank Attorney General Nessel and their teams for pursuing criminal charges that will lead to convictions, bringing these sick and depraved men to justice. Just last week, the President of the United States stood before the American people and refused to condemn white supremacists like these 2 Michigan militia groups. Wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands frequently, and look out for your neighbors.
What should the president be saying right now?
A decent human being would pick up the phone and say, "Are you okay?" That's what Joe Biden did. And that's precisely why, as a country, we have a choice between an incredibly decent human being and Joe Biden and what we've seen the last 4 years. And that's why I'm proud to support Joe Biden, and that's why these stakes are not just personal to me, but to every one of us.
But why Governor Whitmer would go and start attacking President Trump, I mean, this is just, and people can see right through it. They can see that Governor Whitmer is a complete phony.
We see domestic terrorism as a persistent, evolving threat.
I think the greatest terrorist threat to the homeland is the homegrown violent extremists.
I've been sounding the alarm about domestic terrorism since, I think, just about my first month on the job when I first started appearing up on the Hill.
So I will support Mr. Wray's nomination to be FBI director.
We certainly have seen very active efforts by the Russians to influence our election, primarily to denigrate Vice President Biden.
I was appalled that you, our country's elected leaders, were victimized right here in these very halls. That attack that siege was criminal behavior, plain and simple, and it's behavior that we, the FBI, view as domestic terrorism.
Oh, okay. Remember that plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer? The whole story was a farce. It was insulting. Nearly half the gang of kidnappers were working for the FBI. And a lot of us missed this the first time around, and you are due an apology.
All of this stinks to high heaven. This was all a dress rehearsal for January 6th. We have the same people in charge. Steve, you mean to tell me the only person they couldn't reach on January 5th and 6th was Christopher Wray?
The 6th January thing, we're going to get to the bottom of it, the real bottom of it, okay? See exactly what happened to try to make this case about domestic terrorism. It's all crap, and we're going to put an end to it. If the FBI and DOJ think they're off the hook, they got another thing coming. Preserve your documents. This is outrageous. This is all going to be drilled down on in hearings.